You can't think about water world records. Water world records? Yeah, without thinking about Donald Campbell. 1967, Coniston Lake, flipped in Bluebird, flipped backwards and lit the water at 300 miles an hour. They didn't find his body until 2001. And there was another British bloke, John Cobb, 1952, he ploughed, nosediving. You can see him actually going flying into the water. So I think that's a good thing to go into this attempt with a lot of respect. People have died trying to break water speed records.
So Guy's recruited a team to help him.
How's it going, lads? You all right?
Not bad, not bad.
Spot on.
There's the builder, Bill Baker.
What a boy. He is Hovercraft, really. He's Mr. Hovercraft.
With 40 years' experience, nobody in Britain has made more hovercraft. This wizard of engineering supplies machinery all over the world from an unlikely-looking Warwickshire farm.
I'm quite pleased to have saved a lot of lives indirectly, where my hovercraft have been used for rescue purposes, say on the Severn Estuary or in Sweden, where people are idiots enough to go sort of skiing on the ice and fall through and things like that. So it's a funny sort of thing. You feel sort of more connected to the world because you've actually made something that is useful.
And there's the racer, Les Brand.
He's won Formula 1 races, Formula 2 races, he's been world champion. He's blunt, which is great, so everyone knows where everyone stands.
Worst case scenario is he goes skywards at 80 mile an hour and guy ends up falling out the back of it. That's the worst thing that can happen.
The current fastest hovercraft are Formula 1 racers. It's down to Bill to use his years of unrivaled experience to turn one into a record-breaking design.
So, but what are the main differences for the craft that we're going to go for the record attempt to a standard Formula 1 craft?
Well, this is a standard Formula 1 craft and it's very effective, probably up to 60 mile an hour without too much trouble. But at that sort of speed, they begin to fly.
Right.
Because the air gets underneath. What we're going to do is, in a sense, the same thing, but longer.
How much longer?
Probably about an extra metre and a bit in the middle of it.
Surely I thought, you know, the shorter is lighter, so it'd be faster. Now, why longer?
Yeah, well, as you can appreciate, a short craft will change direction very quickly. A longer craft, for the same angle, it can go a long way further up before it actually becomes an issue for stability.
Be a bit more predictable.
A bit more predictable, yes. And then we're going to put a much bigger duct on the back here, much bigger fan on the back, bigger diameter.
Yes.
So that you've got much more welly being generated
yes.
and more efficiently generated. This particular duct will be about 1.25 metres, whereas the racing craft is about 1.1 normally. And hopefully that'll give us about 25% more thrust for the same amount of horsepower as you'd get on a Formula 1.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
It's an idea, isn't it?
But if I just get cracking.